And here I am, talking to you about how exactly special this moment is. I think it's time that I finally bring you some gameplay. And a lot of you guys on here know what it's like to be a gamer, and I haven't been a gamer since a little kid. So I felt like, why not be the time to be a kid all over again, especially with all this rah-rah heat going on. It's just too much at this point right now. So today I want to talk to you guys about the idea of fear and how we should not allow fear to ruin our lives. Fear is a lower vibration, so if we continue to have fear, we don't allow ourselves to reach a high level, to reach abundance, to have a high level that takes us to a happiness, because we're lowered by the frequency of fear. My people, I think it's crazy how it's just like, ever since we heard about this, before that point, nobody was talking about it. Like, literally, nobody was even thinking about washing their hands after every single thing they touch. And I am definitely one to talk about it, because I'm the one doing it, washing my hands, of course, just because it's like, it's an epidemic and you just want to stay clean. But my thing is that this is literally coming out of purely thin air. So it's like, what's the case? Everything's getting shut down. Well, I think you should really use this time to figure out, what is it that you really want to do in this life? Were you able to be stable while this whole pause thing going on? Did it affect you? I feel like in the world that we live in, we must be trying to genuinely make this place a better world, because it's like you have people who are opposition, wanting to tear it down, wanting to tear down the creative, wanting to tear down art, wanting to tear down the sports, and completely have you there just scared. So I guess the main thing that I want to talk about with you like today is simply being more conscious about the things that the government do. You feel me? So it's like, ever since the coronavirus thing has been going on, there's a lot more fear in the air, and I feel like we shouldn't allow this fear to completely take over our lives and change the way that we live, because it's like you cannot control certain things, so you might as well just let it go and live with the flow and go with the flow and see where it takes you. Now, there's nothing wrong with, of course, having precautions, but having to completely change your whole lifestyle to something that you heard on the news seems completely insane. We talk about the news that depicts people in their worst state by putting up their mugshots when they're the victim. I think we must do better when it comes to opening up our minds and understanding what these things are. In 2020, things are crashing down. The veil of illusions is no more. So we will see the true of the government, the politics. You'll see right through it, because there's no more hiding it. Positivity is now coming up first. So it's like, you guys have to pick a side. Either you good or are you evil? Because now karma will hit you harder than ever. So it's like, choose a side and be on one. I've chose good. I don't know about you, but I've chose good. I've chose positive. I've chosen everything that I feel is worthwhile of my life. And that's positivity. That's making people feel good. That's bringing in arts. That's bringing in things like this to completely inspire and enlighten someone. So let me just, where is my phone? We was actually doing this live, and on the YouTube live you can actually catch the gameplay of us playing live. You'll see our actual reactions. I think it's a little bit of latency, but I will be spending some time playing some games, you know, here and there, showing you guys what I can do, because honestly I didn't even expect me to be snapping like this on here. Actually, that first gameplay was that girl Jaws though, but it's just one big chunk of our gameplay. We were all just switching in, switching out, so like some of them we can't even tell who's really who, but we kind of both play the same. So I felt like you guys would enjoy this nice, clean, gameplay while I just talk to you guys about a few things. So one of the things that I wanted to tell y'all about was the fact that I've been dropping more music lately, dropping things a little bit more on a faster pace. I got Teach Me So, Speed It Up, I'm Okay is coming out. The single's coming out March 20th. The video will be coming out soon after. Depends on how much support you guys, throw in there. But we are at Vacant. So one of the main things that I feel like should be talked about is really like taking your true self and allowing to cut the procrastination out to be able to really go ahead and chase your purpose. I think a lot of people are not really chasing their purpose, which is why another reason why this coronavirus could be hitting them a little bit harder. And that's because they're most likely doing something that's in a more jail-based corporate work world where everything is controlled by the government, instead of really having more of a free, open, business surrounded their talents. So I feel like that's another reason why people could be getting heavily affected and also heavily feared, because it's like they're surrounded around these same people who are creating the epidemic. So basically what I would just say is, like, from this point on, having this break, having everything completely shut down, you guys should really go ahead and take some time to do some self-reflection, inner reflection, and see what's really going on the inside of you. Understanding, okay, is this really what I want to do? Do I want to go back to this job? Is this what I want to do? Am I doing what I really love? Some people are into art, some people are into writing, some people are into singing, music, painting, everything like that. So it's like, if this is what you love, then do it. And one way that I can tell you is, the way that you'll know if you truly love something is it'll keep calling you. You'll keep wanting to do it over and over and over and over. No matter how many times you try to stop, it's going to continue to call you back. It's like a drug. It's literally like a drug, and it gives you adrenaline. It gets you high. It's like it awakens the dopamine in your brains. So it's like, why not do the things that make you feel like that instead of being stuck where you're being bossed around? I remember Russ literally has a lyric that says, you got a boss, and that boss got a boss, and that boss rapes you. And obviously, like, that's in the industry, you feel me? I have no words on that, but he's having bosses and bosses having bosses, and it's like, hold on, I need some water. Bosses having bosses, and it's like, sometimes they can be dicks, and sometimes they can not understand, sometimes they can be selfish, sometimes they can be greedy. So it's like, I feel like the risk is actually taking the chance to quit your job or focusing more on what you love to do. That's the risk. So when you take that risk and you do it wholeheartedly and genuinely, you'll find that the steps start to show up. The steps start to show up eventually if you continuously consistently go hard at it to try and find steps. Everything's not going to come up to you right away, but it's like, fuck, one step at a time, lay one brick down, like Nipsey said, and eventually you get to a point where it's like, damn, like, I'm kind of understanding what to do now. I'm kind of seeing some growth. I'm seeing, okay, we getting somewhere. You feel me? So I feel like that's like the best part about it, just like really trying to take control of your energy and using your energy to put towards a creative pursuit, because you can use creative pursuits to manifest too. Like, the creative energy is very strong, so when you create, you are manifesting. So imagine if you're saying affirmations, imagine if you're saying positive things in your song, you're manifesting. It's gonna come. Speak in your songs, manifest in your songs. And I know that's one thing Russ did, so like, shout out to Russ. Like, Russ has been putting me on. I've been literally studying this man so much, guys. Like, I'm like, my head is filled with Russ. I even read his book. I literally read his book in like 2 hours. Like, when I'm interested in something, like, there's no stopping me. Like, I have to fill my brain. I have to fill my brain with it. I have to become immersed with it. So some of the things that Russ is teaching is really good for humanity and society, because he's teaching about independence and being real and being humble, but also not humble to the point where it's like you dim your light because other people are insecure. Like, I don't think that's really what he means, and that's the one thing he's really trying to get to people. Like, do not fucking dim your light because people don't know how to fucking have confidence. You feel me? And it's like, that's not your fault. And people try to tell you like, yo, like, you know, like, be humble, keep your, you know, and it's like, you worked all that for, why not be able to at least talk about it? Why not to be able to at least celebrate it, you know? So it's like, not being cocky but confident, but like, I feel like it's almost like having almost like a delusional sense about yourself all the way from beginning to end, and not worrying about positive comments or negative comments, because you already know what the deal is when it comes to you. You feel me? So it's like, like, you know. So I'm actually playing this on Xbox. I'm really like, all right, so here's the thing. I started off with Xbox, but then I switched over to PS4 after I got a little bit older, because the Xbox got the red ring of death. Like, what the fuck? So then I switched over to PS4. I still have my PS4, but now I'm on Xbox because, you know, somebody got me a game, and which was my uncle. He got me a game. Like, usually I was just using my Xbox for like YouTube and shit, so he got me the game. So I was like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna just play on it then. And I got a Game Pass, and apparently I'm able to download GTA and NBA. Like, nah. PS4 was not doing that. So like, I don't know, I might have to just like stay my ass back at Xbox, because like Xbox snapping is clean. It's like Apple, you feel me? PS4 I believe is, you know, Android, but you know, Android ain't nothing wrong with Android, y'all, so don't come and attack me. But so yeah, I feel like basically with this whole video, I'm basically just ranting to you guys about a couple of things that's been on my mind lately that I feel like everybody should be enlightened about, or at least just like hear me out, because I feel like sometimes I be making a lot of sense and I can kind of get a grasp of like what's going on, you know, with this fucking world. Like, I don't know, this should be getting crazy sometimes. Everybody knocked out right now. It's literally like 1:44 a.m. But I don't know, like, are you guys fucking with this? Because I mean, I could do more of it if you guys like it. I'm just trying to, you know, continue like documenting my life and things like that. I try to like continue up with the games as an escape for, you know, because sometimes I could really preoccupy myself and get myself really busy in the tasks that I have to do, of course, and sometimes I need something that I could just, you know, let my mind wind down from. So I'm always open to new things and new ways and new games. Oh snap, NBA 2K20 just finished. Not every talking about it. Damn, it's about to get litty like a motherfucking titty, boy. But yo, on this game, look-y, we was snapping hard. Nobody want to see us, bro. I know they don't want to see us, bro. Because the way we was going, boy, that P90 is ridiculously hard. Like, it has accuracy, it locks on fast, and it shoots fast. And it don't take like usually when they shoot fast, it take like like 1,000 bullets to finally shoot somebody. It'd be like the bullet be like water. It don't do shit. But you gotta like almost like soak a nigga dry to finally get some damn hit markers. So like the P90, the bullet actually means something, and it can actually penetrate the damn person. Sometimes some machine guns be weak like a damn ankle. Anyways, I'm out here rap capping, talking all about this shit. We got a victory, but I hope you guys was able to find some type of value out of this talk. Let me know if you guys want more of this. Let me know what's up. Let me know if you guys fucking with this. But Sticks out with this recording, and hey, here we go.